and trip out. Guapodamus has you here live on a Thursday. Something special we trying here for the next couple of weeks. We actually going live on Thursday. So tap in. It's your crazy Thursday as we tapping in. You already know my man Mr. LP is in the house.
Yo, what up? What's shaking? Yeah, Boxing fam, what it is, what it do. It's your boy Rob, Mr. LP, representing that 4luvofboxing like I always do. And of course, that LP.
Hey man, he's representing. Look, we're gonna have a little blast from the past as we carry in our guest here. Look, we got Johnny Lazoya Jr.
What's up, man? What's up,
What's up, guys? John Lazoya Jr. in the house, representing Super Events Entertainment, Latino Paparazzi, and the legacy of lowriding.
Yes, sir.
Man,
yes, sir.
So very glad to see you, Johnny, man.
Yeah, it's been a while, my man.
I'm gonna say roughly about 15 years at least.
It's been
a while, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. It's good to see you. Glad to have you in as guest, bro. We're gonna have you share a little bit of boxing banter as we're gonna pull up a couple conversations here that I got going with my man, Mr. LP. Anyway, right?
Yes.
Listen, right off the bat, people been asking. Make your predictions already on Canelo and Crawford. You saying you waiting and doing this, waiting and all this shit with your decision. Make your decision, my man. Who you got in it?
So we're gonna make it official like a referee whistle. So this fight is what? What are we talking? A week away, right?
We are talking 11.
No, 9 days.
We're talking
9
about
days.
8 days, not even 9, bro.
So look. So here it is. I don't even have to see the weigh-ins because I usually wait until that to see how everything's looking. I'm pretty sure Bro Crawford's gonna look pretty well fit and sized. But reality is this: he's never fought a man that big. He may have sparred with guys, but that's a completely different freaking beast when it comes to competing in that ring. And all your boxing heads already know this. So with that said, from a man who's gone all the way to 175 and fought some of the biggest, strongest punchers of the game, I just think it's a money grab. Bud Crawford is not going to win this fight.
You think it's just a money grab?
Bud Crawford is not going to win this fight, bro, at all. He's not going to win this fight at all. Canelo is going to put a hurting on him. And I don't see this fight going the distance. I would project rounds between 8 and 10 before the corner or the referee finally freaking puts Bud Crawford into mercy mode and do him a favor. That's my call.
8 and 10 rounds is what you're giving Bud Crawford before Canelo ends him?
Yep.
I think that's crazy. I think that's bold. I think you're not giving Bud enough credit. I'm going to tell you that for me, I see Bud Crawford dominating and winning the first 5 rounds of the fight.
I can see that.
And then he's going to sleep in the 6th.
6? Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying.
I already knew where I was going.
I'm giving him more credit by giving him that many rounds. I got you. But yeah, he's gonna have some, just like how Cal Brook had some moments versus Triple G. You know, the size difference was pretty obvious there too. But he could fight, dude's tough as nails, and he was cracking. He was cracking the bigger, stronger man. But we all know that man has a granite chin. Triple G, who took some of the best punches from everyone, including Canelo in 36 rounds.
No, listen, that Kell Brook and Triple G fight, that was amazing, right? It ended Kell Brook's career. Now, I mean, mind you, Kell Brook still had skills after that, but he was definitely a ruined fighter after that because he had the orbital lobe thing caved in by Triple G there. That was never really quite right after that, right?
Yeah.
For me, I think it's going to play out.
It definitely ruined him.
Yeah, well, look, for me, I don't think it'll play out quite like that. I think for me, it'll play out a little bit more like Canelo versus Amir Khan, where Amir Khan was winning that fight. Roll back that fight, man. Amir Khan was winning that fight.
Until he got slept.
That's a pretty bad dude, Amir Khan, huh?
Man, Amir Khan had skills back then, and he was still at the top during that time, and Canelo put him to sleep, even though Amir Khan
came up with division to take him on.
Hey, listen, and he went to sleep.
Yes, but now we're talking about a man. Let's just circle back regarding this. Here's the reality. Majimov is the guy's name, I believe. It could be off. Bud Crawford moves up from 147, which he's been there for quite some time. Mind you, his career started at 135. So he dominated in clean house at 147. Much respect.
What did Canelo's career start at?
154. Well, actually,
he
147. 47. But Bud Crawford was the undisputed champion at 147, okay? Now, he basically cleaned house, decided to go up in weight to test the waters at 154, and I think it's evident and clear he is not the best fighter at 154, not even a freaking close chance in hell. In fact, that victory was very debatable. Now, we're talking about a guy who's not even the best at 154, moving up an additional 2 more weight classes to take on the face of boxing, Canelo. I just don't see nothing he can do that's going to make anything freaking fun or exciting for the whole duration of the fight. Yes, 3-4 rounds, he's gonna look pretty game because Canelo's a slow starter.
Canelo is a slow starter. This is the argument that I've heard this week, which made a lot of sense to me as I've heard it. Now, I'm a Canelo fan, so if it plays out this way, as some people have been telling me, it wouldn't be good for me. But I've heard some people make the comparison of Marvelous Marvin Hagler dominating at 160, and nobody could come up there and beat him. All of a sudden, Sugar Ray comes out of retirement. Sugar Ray jumps. I mean, from the original wealth, you know, I mean, if you now trail it, it's not so much different in weight, maybe one division more, and he goes up there and he beats Marvin Hagler. Now he doesn't he doesn't beat him up, but he wins on points. People have been telling me that's a path for Crawford to take, man, and literally it got pointed out to me. It said, well, if you really think about it, what Sugar Ray Leonard did was he threw punches, and then he got out of there. Went in there, blam, 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 and then he got out of there.
Yeah.
He goes, if Crawford can do that, if Sugar Ray can do it for 12 rounds, why can't Crawford do it? You know?
Interesting. Well,
that's possible in boxing.
Yeah.
Right? You know, and that's just it, right? It's boxing.
That's
it's
the
boxing.
thing. Yeah.
100% in boxing.
It could be done in the first round, and Crawford could get it in the first round.
Yep.
I mean, just by something, you know, just out of the unordinary, you know?
Yeah.
No, listen, and here's something that plays into it, too. For me, I also saw Crawford when he fought Ndongo. He buried that man with a body punch that was so devastating that I think Ndongo is still feeling it to this day. Right?
Well, look at Vargas right now.
Yeah.
Right? General from Oxnard, Ventura County.
Yeah.
He got that first rounder.
Yeah, he did.
And that other guy was pretty rounds, packed down.
Vargas was a beast. Ferocious Fernando. Yeah. Shout out to Fernando Vargas and his boys.
Jeez.
Who's actually one of his sons is actually fighting on this Canelo undercard.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
you go.
Nice,
you know,
that's Fernando Jr.
from my area, 805.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. Shout out to you.
Huh?
Yeah, Ventura County, 805, City Oxnard.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Big shout out to your town.
Actually, Fernando Vargas was in the news this week. He did an interview where he was alleging that when he fought Tito Trinidad's reps were
here we go with this. Everybody wants to bring up some conspiracy theory stuff, man, right?
I thought it was crazy that I was even seeing people's the posts going up on that. Some people actually entertaining that shit.
Yeah, humoring the bullshit.
Tito Trinidad came out, and by the way, shout out to Tito, but he looking old, and so he came out looking all old, saying, "Hey, what the fuck?" He didn't say nothing back then, and he's saying shit now. Like, that's kind of fucking weird too. Shout out to Vargas. He's always been real friendly to the show too, man.
Oh yeah,
I got a couple nice pieces from Vargas, man.
Yeah. He always shows love when we see him at the fights.
Probably maybe every couple years.
Yeah, we actually ran into him at the boxing tournament at Gene Lewis.
Oh yeah, Gene Lewis tournament.
Yeah, he was at Gene Lewis.
He was there with all his boys before they turned pro.
That's it, man. We actually got a chance to see one of his boys fight there that day at Gene Lewis. Very successful, man.
Yeah,
man. What a memory to that, though, bro. Gene Lewis.
Vargas, Garcia family. You know, all the 805, they're out there. You know, they're doing their thing. They're on the grind, and there's a bunch of champions.
Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. Yeah, man. That's a beast of a freaking gym right there.
Man, shout out to everybody out there doing all that grind and that work. Put in that boxing work, and man, you can deliver some world champions. They do shit.
Also, there's Arizona. What's up with Carbajal? Carbajal got some going on.
Little hands of stone, man.
He got his gym over there.
Yes, sir. 9th Street Boxing Gym.
9th Street Boxing Gym going on.
Yup, and he's still doing his thing, man. He's still in the corner training fighters.
The other day about what he means to the community, right? So people that are not from Arizona, they can't necessarily appreciate what Michael Carbajal is to the city. I was telling Rob, like, as we were speaking about that Carbajal moment for a second, right? And I was telling him my son is a boxing fan, but he's not a boxing fan like we're boxing fans.
Yeah.
So he's young. He ain't got no clue who the fuck Michael Carbajal is as far as boxing, right? Mm-hmm. But because Carbajal's a staple of the community, he definitely has met Carbajal several occasions and used to see him and talk to him all the time because my wife used to roll her bike right in front of the boxing gym all the time on her way to work every day, and she had my son right there on the bike with her, so they chop it up with Carbajal all the time. And that's pretty cool, you know, that he's still in the community like that, you know what I mean?
He just got third Hall of Fame. And then they just named the
then he
Carver
got a
Hallway.
street. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
street
the
over
street
there.
dedication was dope,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That was cool that
Yeah.
he's getting that much honor. And
Yeah.
like, if we were to be perfectly honest, he is the most deserving fighter ever to come out of Arizona. So if
Oh, yeah.
anybody deserves all those blessings, man, it is
Yeah, you
Michael
got a lot of
Carvajal.
people. David Benriez.
There's you know, even currently right now, there's a lot of young lions out there right now that are putting in work here in Arizona.
You got
know what I
Rob.
mean?
You got Rob.
Way back. Yeah, what's
I
up?
said young, bro. I said young.
Young.
Nah, me and Rob G ran into each other a couple years back. We met Bob Arum from Top Rank and a couple of his fighters. They're fighting Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, off camera, man, you was sharing that story, and that was bananas. Because at first I was like, man, I don't recall what you're talking about. And then it jarred me. I was like, oh yeah, downtown Phoenix. It was at the presser, and we were all there. But we've been. But you and I and your pops been at it. We've known each other for a long time. I got nothing but love for your pops, man. You know, shout out to Super Events. They always showed LP love from day one, like that. I got nothing negative to say about Super Events or Mr. Johnny Lazoya. And
yeah, most definitely, man. Shout out to your pops, Johnny Lazoya, man. Big shout out to Super Events. Always showed love to the assassins, so that's what's up too, man.
And don't forget, we also dedicated a lot of these local boxing tournament trophies, plaques, and fundraising
that's what's up,
promotions
man.
on.
That's what's up.
Actually, here's a side story with involves your pops, man. We're talking, man. I'm gonna say 20 years ago.
Back in the days.
Well, I'm talking 2005, maybe 2004 time frame, right? I used to play in a league called the Charles Barkley Basketball League. There was a real big rec league out here, right? Shout out to John Humble, anyway. Playground legends out here. You know how we do, anyway. Right? I used to play in that league, right? One of the things that ended up happening was that there was a female basketball league that spawned from that and brewed from that. Now, I got two sisters, both of them play ball. My younger sister was a monster, man. Like, real tall. So she was dominant in basketball. You know what I mean? So I was able to. They got their own team going, but eventually I became the coach of that team. This is where it was going, right? I became a coach. The league actually took off, and it spawned. At one point, it was functioning with, I'm going to say, maybe 10 teams going, and it became pretty known. Your pops, on 2 occasions, when tournaments were held or leagues were being held, dedicated the trophies for those leagues.
That's right. I recall.
Wow,
yeah,
that's
right.
Up.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I mean, it's faint, but I remember. Yeah, thanks for bringing
that
up, Bert.
Yeah, most definitely.
Check it out right here. Let's give it a big shout out right here.
Yeah, there's the
this was
respect
presented earlier off
Super
camera.
Events, man.
Shout out to Super Events, like I said, man. Lowrider legacy, my man. Dude is a fixture of Arizona. He's an Arizona legend. Also a lowrider legend, was part of the founding fathers of the lowrider movement, and he basically made a joy for guys like myself as a teenager growing up to go to the most epic, iconic, legendary events. Arizona Supercar Show at the Civic Plaza.
It, man. You know, back
3-day events back in the day. Man. You guys brought everybody, bro. All the old school legends, all the freaking hip hoppers. I was there. I remember like Shed Brown.
Quality, like, you know.
They had the lyrical assassins on stage.
They had lyrical assassins. BFA was live on stage.
Lyrical assassins.
Oh, hey, hold on. I do got to make a statement in regards to that. Again, Mr. Lazoya couldn't make it in tonight, but it's still number love. But the homeboy Chad, aka Chemo, also part of Lyrical Assassin. He wanted me to send a message to your pops. He said, "Hey, tell him that the Lyrical Asians said what's up." Johnny, you remember that, my man? It's been a butt joke for years to come.
That's another cool story too, there, man.
Yeah.
That all happened with the misspelling of our name one time on a flyer, bro.
Oh, really?
And your pops remembered it for years, bro.
Oh,
so we get introduced at the things, and he'd always bring it up.
At the meetings and stuff, and he's playfully always tease about it. Anyway, but it was all fun and games. Like, it was never taken personal for him and his team, because at that point, so one thing I want to share, he had his own squad, the Lyrical Assassins, right? A Squad, whatever.
A Squad.
Whatever you guys. I don't know exactly what you guys refer to as at that point, but it was Lyrical Assassins, and I had the LP Promotions. Where your father. Gave me the honor, you know, the heavy low lifting and stuff of being one of the major fucking promoters for these super events. And I used to also host the freaking stage, you know. I did a lot for your pops, man, because he did a lot for me. He taught me, I learned the game, I learned how to hustle. I went to him for advice many of times, you know, and I'm forever grateful for that, man. Like for
yeah,
forever,
we all are, man.
for
We're
real.
always grateful. For
Hell, I mean, that meant
your
your pops was at my wedding, man, way back in the day too, man.
I missed
I'm
out,
that was done now, but
I missed out.
like I said, man, I got nothing but love for Mr. Lazoya. So if you're out there watching, my man,
oh,
for real,
congratulations, late.
Can't
How
wait.
many years you going on?
Oh no, that ship sailed, man.
Okay.
I brought that up. That was a long time ago, but thank you though.
Yeah, we'll mosey on forward, right?
But we definitely
We
got.
got to push forward like that, dog.
But yeah, Mr. Lazoya though. So I know it was all last minute here, but I'm glad to have Johnny Jr. here. So we're gonna have some talking and chit chatting. But we definitely gotta schedule one for you, man. We definitely gotta have the legend, the icon,
Well, you know what?
the
Now
one
you
and
say
only
that,
Mr.
Let me go
Lazoya.
ahead and present a little bit of history right here, since we're at that moment. I got Johnny right here. Actually, you know, this is what actually produced everybody here. You know, Lowrider magazine, Sunny Madrid, out of California, and they did an article on my father and the history of Arizona.
Oh, dale, would you
And
look
this is
at
Mr.
that?
Johnny
That's
Lazoya
what's
right here.
up, man.
I brought him with us. You know what?
Hey, he's still here with
I
us.
brought him with
That's
us
what's
right
up,
here.
man. You got
There's
a full
legacy
spread
of downtown Phoenix. You
with
know?
the full spread and
Yeah,
everything.
there
Shine,
you go.
much mad
There's the
respect,
plaza.
Mr. Lazoya. I didn't even know
There's
that.
Johnny, and then I got some more history right here for his. You know, I got some. We'll share this a little bit further, but we're just introducing Johnny when I'm 49. I think he was like 19 right there. That's it. In the second car.
We going back.
Wait, is that your pops with Bill Clinton
That's
right
Bill
there?
Clinton right there. son.
That's what's
Yeah,
up, man.
Yeah, that's Bill Clinton. That's the Chavez family from the Farm Workers Union, from Cesar Chavez,
Chavez.
nephews and son.
Wow.
This Eva Longoria, we all know her.
But of course.
And don't
so
forget
yeah.
Mr. Frost, right? This
The
one,
OG Kid
All
Frost.
right? Yeah, we got all that going on.
Respect and love,
all
man.
due to Lowrider Magazine.
Still getting love and
But-
freaking respect.
Super Events Entertainment, LP Promotions, and Lyrical Assassins. They're part of the history of this movement. So I just thought
Thank you for sharing that, man. That is
yeah,
awesome.
Just thought I'd show you.
That is too awesome. Right there. I
Yeah.
gotta pull up and give me a copy of that right there so I can actually read it up.
Man, look, that's
dope.
amazing, bro, and it shows the historic value of what your pop meant to people here, right?
Yeah, he couldn't make it. I apologize, but you know what? He was, hey, why don't you go? So I'm always known for that back in the day.
we got love for you guys,
it
man.
up with you
Yeah.
several times already as it is
Yeah.
anyway. So yeah, man.
So it's show day. It's show day.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Look, that was one of the things that I can say about your pops. Walking into those meetings, man, where he always gave respect to people who deserve the respect that they had due or coming to him, man. For people that have followed my music here in Arizona, I was one of the pioneers of people that were actually going back and forth and arithmetically being able to do two languages in verses, right? And Johnny saw that. Johnny always took a liking to that, man. And
Yeah.
so I did several voiceovers for Super Events for Power 92.
Oh, that's
It was
right.
Power
That's
92.
right. That's
So,
right.
yeah.
For the radio
Yeah,
slots
the
and
radio.
stuff.
That's right.
It actually
That's
was
what's
Johnny at one of those radio spots where he actually called Lyrical Assassins the hottest group in Arizona.
That's right.
Which was so
That's
fucking
right.
cool from our perspective. It did catch us a lot of fucking heat with the rest of the groups in Arizona at the time, but man, much
Haters
love,
gonna-
man.
haters gonna hate,
Yeah,
bro.
Haters
Hate-
always do, man.
haters
Hey,
gonna
hey,
hate.
that shit, it is what it is when it goes to it, right? Hey, listen, everybody watching at home right now, we're approaching the end of this first segment here, but I hope everybody stays tuned in. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes on a Thursday night. Can you believe it? We down here now on a Thursday night rocking this out too. Hey, stay posted for that Friday though, because we'll still have a fresh premiere tomorrow too.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
stay
sir.
posted
We
on
stay
it.
grinding.
But yeah, hey Johnny, thank you for joining us for this first segment, man. Glad to have you here, bro. Tap out. Here we go,
Anytime.
man. We'll be back right now here pretty soon.